look. Damn. Yeah, there's mama. Look, everybody's going for the chicken. Oh, the chicken. Damn. Look. Woo. No more chicken.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh Shai being the true name of His only begotten Son. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us His truth, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Hey, just very quick spiritual observation. When I first came across this article the other day, I didn't see the actual video, but I read the article talking about people in Costco were swarming it to get to the chicken. Now that I see this video, it don't look that bad. All right, but the point still remains, and especially if we take it over to so-called Black Friday and so-called Christmas shopping, the spirit that people be in, people have been known to get very unruly, even violent, okay, when it comes to trying to obtain certain goods here in Babylon the Great. And all this is in relation to what we're prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Hawashah of these troubling times, man, when famine hits, all right, and the grinding shall cease. The Lord had prophesied these things. Hey, man, people are going to be in a very hasteful spirit to get what they need: food, shelter, clothing, etc. All right. And my brother made a great point, and I can agree in one of his lessons the other day, how these people that seem rather calm, you know, old ladies, women, you know, people that's kind of laid back, that you don't really see getting angry, even if they have like a depressed sort of spirit to themselves, man, when the pressure gets applied, these same people, all right, they're gonna get a very angry spirit upon them. Is every single person gonna be like that? Who knows, man? But this is, prophecy unfolding. These same people you think are cool and laid back, man, when the food runs out, man, a lot of men are going to do a lot of sinful, hateful things in the name of taking care of their family, especially Esau Edom. You know how he gets down, especially this being his kingdom. You know, he ain't used to suffering like that. He ain't used to not being able to provide for his family like that. So, man, ain't no telling what he'll do. And that's when the prophecies will, start to unfold concerning invading one another. And let me bring this on out. Second Esdras 15th chapter and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now, that great tribulation, and that could be an amount of things that's going on. All right. Plagues, storms, war, all that is a part of that tribulation package. And of course, the lack of bread. This is why those people are going to get that angry spirit. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh yeah, you think your neighbors or whatever, your family's cool. Brothers that got so-called wives and such. That's because ain't no real pressure being applied. But once the Lord gives the okay for those destructive winds, all right, to fall upon the earth, man, hey, you're going to see people change like you've never seen it before. Look at the little pissy attitude they had when the pandemic came. Are people that you thought was cool, especially the women. And, through because of fear and confusion, man, there's a lot of pissy attitudes going on, when that pandemic came. Hey, how much more when there's an actual famine upon this place, okay? And we know, especially starting with our people, they're not built up for this. They're not ready. They have no spiritual skill set. They can pretend and talk a good game and say they believe in God, and we're saved and all of this stuff. Okay, but that great tribulation is going to reveal everyone's spirit. All right. So I got to keep on doing what we're doing and make sure we don't get caught up in that madness, man, dashing one another to get to a piece of chicken, man. All right, you saw them people put that chicken out. Again, it wasn't that bad. We've seen worse, but you still see the spirit of haste to obtain those goods, man. All right, as soon as that man put it out and that thing was gone within a matter of seconds, they swarmed that thing in. It wasn't that bad, but again, we talk about Black Friday, so-called, and you seen that it be fist fights, all type of stuff, especially in the 90s, But hey, things are running out here, man. People ain't got it like that, so it ain't lit like it used to be. And let me bring this out. First Corinthians 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order, and that's starting with us, the Hebrew Israelites, just doing what we're commanded to do, being obedient, everyone playing their role, all right, everyone doing their job collectively, and the Lord will be with us. Hey, I got pulled over yesterday, but hey, I'm still here. And hey, man, I'm still here, right? It's nothing really came from it. Just a little a warning, all right, that hey, man, things are changing, and hey, your situation can change in the blink of an eye, man. Hey, call hello Yahweh Shem Shah for that. But again, let all things be done decently and in order. All right. If we don't want to ever be in that situation. And then you just see how fragile Babylon the Great is when it comes to the goods that they bring in, on those ships, on those trucks. And you see how they're just standing there with your spiritual lenses. You see that the people are at the mercy of this infrastructure. They're just waiting. That is to say, it's not like we're out here hunting and growing our own food enough to, constantly feed our families. Yeah, people got little gardens and some people got chickens and stuff like that. But here in Babylon the Great as a whole, ain't no, people not doing that. So we're at the mercy of that infrastructure, the shipping industry and the trucking industry. Okay. And when that goes, man, hey, man, people are going to have no freaking way to get the goods that they need to survive and to sustain and take care of their family. Okay. We're prophesying these things are going to happen, and the Lord can do it a bunch of ways. All right. The Lord can bring that famine a bunch of ways. All right. But just looking at the video now that I'm kind of like meditating on it, people look real dependent, man. When they was just standing there, and waiting for him to bring out the chicken, it just pretty much sums up how it is in Babylon the Great. And guess what? They'll cause all these problems and bring in that solution, which their mark of the beast is going to facilitate how they're going to try to fix these problems that they're making. Because we got plenty of farmland, anywhere that you live, man, from the royal to the more populated areas. That there's a vast amount of land that could be used for farming and agriculture and things like that. But is that what they do? Absolutely not here in Babylon the Great, because it's set up that way, because these people are wicked. And that's when that, mark of the beast is going to come into place. We're still prophesying that mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. All right. They say all these problems start happening. People are out of their homes for, the great tribulation. And then they'll say, hey, we got a way to fix this. Take this mark, this device inside of your body, and with it, you'll be able to buy or sell. And we'll also, reset the families of Babylon the Great, and we'll give everybody, a little bit of money to get them back started, to help them, get back on their feet after all this great tribulation, man. And that's why we got to watch, be circumspect, and not be ignorant to Satan's devices. All right. This crunch, the squeeze, the inflation, this is part of Satan's devices, you see, and it's all orchestrated by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, because we do know, all right, if we are wise in that regard, that the Lord controls both sides. The Lord does good and does evil. So it is the Lord that's working on the minds of the men, all right, and women of the earth to do his will. All right, you got the prophets prophesying in righteousness, and then you got everybody else fulfilling their purpose, whatever it may be. Okay, let's go to Exodus. 23 and verse 2, right? Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. And that multitude to do evil is exactly what people are doing now. Everyone that isn't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right, to the best of your ability, of course, because we can't keep the law perfect. We can't be perfect in this flesh, but we sure strive for those masteries. Each and every day we're working, out our own salvation through fear and trembling. Because of fear, we have fear towards Yahweh Ba'ashem and Hawashai, that he can terrorize us in many, many ways, in an infinity amount of ways. We try to be obedient. All right, we try to do what's required of us, and it isn't grievous. It isn't much in the grand scheme of things. All right, we just gotta put forth that effort. All right, and we're not supposed to follow this multitude of people who are going to perish in many different ways, and ultimately a majority of them will be in that lake of fire, provided by those nuclear missiles, man, that's gonna rain out all over the earth. But definitely here in Babylon the Great, so-called USA. So while the multitude, the majority of the people, even of our nation, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're doing evil one way or another, and they're not repenting. The rest of the heathen nations, do we even need to talk about them and how they get down, the stuff that they eat, the type of lifestyles that they live, completely contrary to the Hebrew Israelites, completely contrary to Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashai. So we're not to follow, that multitude, just like literal, so-called Black Friday shopping. You should know better not to go out there in that madness. I mean, if you got to do what you got to do, to get stuff for your family, so be it. But what wise man is trying to go out in the midst of that chaos, man? And again, especially in the 90s when it was really, when it was really going down, they used to have that stuff on the news and everything, man. Tickle Me Elmo, that era, man, it was going down. But yeah, man, we don't want to see those people riding, and it's almost like they have a stupor or a certain like blind, oblivious spirit upon them, and it causes them all to get together. Let's all jam pack this store, jump over each other, fight each other, snatch goods out of each other's hands. All that goes down, man, during some of these so-called shopping seasons, man. All right, that's likened unto what's happening through the spirit, how the majority of people, which is the multitude, are doing evil, and the Lord has this remnant, all right, this small church that's not. And Lord willing, because of that, he make an example out of both of us, both sides. On the right hand side, the righteous, Lord willing, the Lord makes an example out of us of how to be via blessings. All right, the ultimate blessings that we seek for is, of course, mercy. All right, that the Lord will have mercy upon us and not let us perish. On the left hand side, they'll be rewarded as well, with destruction, shame. That's a big one, especially for the woman. They need to be shamed because they're not shamed. I mean, you got women doing fart videos, man, getting paid for it. Like, there's no shame. They got these hygiene issues going on with their private areas, and they boast in that, the fact that their hygiene is off. You see what I'm saying? No shame. All right, the dudes that's out here committing all these heinous crimes, no shame. Man, especially in California, I'm seeing video after video, people just walking in the stores, taking what they want. One video I saw a dude with a blowtorch. You know how they locking up certain things? Man, this dude came in there with a blowtorch, calm, like he worked there, like he was doing some welding, man. Like he came to do some welding. And I mean, he's just burning the plastic, trying to get to the medicine, man. And they're just filming him. It's like, where is the police at? All right, signs of the times, man. Eventually, we're prophesying these things, man, in relation to that great tribulation. You're not gonna be able to call 911 for help, man. All right, and then hey, that's just gonna create more and more chaos. So hey, the only way that you're gonna make it through this, is through protection by Yahweh, by Hashem and Hawashai, divine intervention, if you will. If not, there's no way you can escape all of these things, man. And that's what we have our hope and our faith in, that we got to escape everything: drones, robot dogs, a famine, all these storms, plagues, the spirit that the Lord is going to put up against people. We're really up against it, man. The persecution, the false accusations, we're up against all these things. Everybody of the other nations, people of our own nations, our women, the children are bucking out. You got to watch the so-called youth. They the ones doing all the killing around here. Had a dude get put to sleep, 17 years old, right down the street at the grocery store. And I just missed it, but I saw today when I read the article. Yeah, he went on ahead and passed, man. 17. So you got to watch these so-called youth. You know what I mean? They'll put you to sleep, man. You got to be careful. So we're really up against it. But that is where our faith comes into play. And of course, that is where our obedience, fear, obedience, faith, they all go hand in hand. You'll do these things if you fear Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And Lord willing, we're protected. All those other things, hey, the beast of the field, the tear, a sword. Hey, these things were created for the wicked, created for vengeance, and all these things are going to catch up with the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that wanted to play games, remain in their folly, remain in their sin, just blatantly boasting in their sin. Man, the Lord is the creator of all this. Don't think like he don't know if you putting forth a decent effort or not. It's some people out here that don't have the quote unquote Hebrew Israelite spirit. They're still in that Christianity, but they still, trying to serve the God that they believe in. And then you got a whole group, and like I don't know how that's gonna work out for them. No, don't get it twisted. But then you got this another group of our people that just don't give a flip. You know what I mean? And again, they're boasting in their wickedness, man, all day with the vanity, all day with the look at me, look at my crew. My crew is this, your crew ain't that. We're this, y'all not that. It's old, man. All right, it's old. It's played out, and we gotta get home, man. Hey man, we gotta get home. We look ridiculous, and that's another thing. Just off subject a little bit. Just how ridiculous we look. Now when we're in it and we're in our youth, we always think we got on the hottest, the coolest looking stuff when we're in it. But if you just go back, and I always started around the 70s, man. Look at the fashion. Like look at how we were dressing. We look ridiculous, man. Every generation, from the bell bottoms and the Jerry curls, and then the 80s, you still Jerry curls, and just it wasn't as bad as the 70s, and then the 90s, the big baggy era. It's just like we never got it right when it comes to dressing. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Wearing the finest of fabrics that the Lord had created, never having to repeat an outfit, never having to watch another brother have on the same clothes as me. This is ridiculous. This is corny. And hey man, have you not noticed that we've been infiltrated with our culture, by Esau Edom? Man, he the one wearing all the Jordans and all this at all the concerts and stuff, So we gotta get out of here, man. It's corny. We never got it right, and rightfully so. Cause why? This is not our rest. We are still in captivity. We look ridiculous every generation. Never got it right. Big throwback jersey era. I remember I had on my big brother. He had like a like a 3X jersey. That thing was like a dress, man. Terrible. Look at fashion now. Oh man, it's completely ridiculous. They're just now starting to go back to bigger clothes and stuff, but like for a long time, man, it was skinny jeans, man. I ain't never wear no skinny jeans, but come on, man, skinny jeans, man. Skinny jeans and big fat shoes, man. Is this it? This is how we dress in Israel? This ain't it, man. Israel losing. Hey man, Israel done lost his flavor. Lost that swag, man. Listening to these people, them telling us how to dress, doing that European fashion shit. All those rappers, man, when they get that money and they get out the hood, they look at I don't like any of them for real, but the world, dude, that boy, Lil Baby, man, he's wearing bell bottom, pink, all, you know what I mean, all type of crazy stuff, man. But you know, he's from, supposedly from, quote unquote, the hood. But once they get in that industry, man, you see what's really going on, man. All right, but hey, man, I'm gonna leave it at that through the spirit and power. How about Shema? I don't want to, rant too much, but hey, man, just stay circumspect, man. These people are not strong like we are. The water, how about Shema Shai, and you guys continue to thank the Lord for giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which provides us with a certain level of strength compared to the rest of the people. All right, we won't have the mindset to freak out and to be a part of that multitude that go down to Egypt for help via that mark of the beast, man. Because that's where that multitude to do evil, hey, that's like the final push of that, so we don't want to be caught up in that. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Hey, I pray this was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.